full transparency here, I have no expectations of catching fish today. In fact, I expect to get skunked. As you can see, this lake is probably about 75% covered with ice still. This whole side of the lake is covered with ice. But out there in that little arm of the lake out there, yeah, some open water out there. And it's a long walk to get over there. But I'm going to head over there and see if I can do a little fishing for grass carp today. This will be a unique fishing that I haven't really done much. It's fishing on a half-frozen lake, you know, with ice. There's nobody ice fishing here. I'm glad there's nobody ice fishing here because it's not safe for ice fishing. But the birds are, there's more ice up there. The birds are all hanging out on the ice, a bunch of geese. But let's head over there. So for today's bait, it's going to be real basic. This is just old-fashioned oats and some sweet pea pellets mixed in there a little bit, a couple handfuls. This is going to be super simple today, no fancy flavors or anything. First thing I'm going to add to this mix, there's a little close-up of it. First thing I'm going to add is just a can of cream-style corn. And the next thing is a can of whole kernel corn, but I'm going to drain off the liquid. Otherwise it would be too wet. If you're making a bigger batch and you got a lot more oats than I do here, then you could probably use the liquid and be alright. But for this small batch, I'm going to drain off the liquid. In goes the corn. Take your trash with you. Don't leave this stuff laying on the bank or in the parking lot or wherever. Take it home, throw it away. And that's all I'm putting in there. Just the oats and sweet feed, a can of cream corn, and a can of whole corn. Toss it up. Alright, that's pretty good. That's going to need to sit and marinate for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to let that marinate while I make the hike out to the fishing spot. You know, I've had quite a few people ask me, like, how do I get all this, carry all my stuff out to my fishing spots and stuff? And this is it. This is everything right here. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to fishing. And you know, here's my 3 rods and my net all bundled together. And then here's my backpack. I've got my chair buckled onto the backpack. And there's some stuff inside this part of the chair. Here's my tripod and my camera. Here's my carp mat strapped to the side of the backpack. All my tackle and extra stuff it's in there. This is why I don't use a bunch of fancy carp fishing stuff primarily, because I have to walk quite a ways at a lot of the places I fish over some pretty rugged and rough ground that it's not feasible to pull a wagon load of stuff. And I like to keep it simple, so yeah, backpack, fishing rods. That's it. Okay, I made it around to the other side. I'm right here at the ice edge right now, where the open water meets the ice sheet. Pretty cool. You can hear the little pieces of ice making little clinking sounds. It sounds like clinking wine glasses. I'm sure you can't hear it because the wind is howling. But clink, 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 clink. But I'm going to keep heading on up further into the open water stuff. Find some shallower water that might be a little warmer. Stay tuned. Well, those ducks saw me coming. Those were ducks. I figured they were geese, but they're definitely ducks. They're out of here. I don't blame them. People are disgusting. This is where going to be the spot, folks. The water's low, so there's a muddy edge here. That may look like rocks, but that is all snail shells. Anything that looks like pebbles there, river rock, those are not rocks, those are snail shells. Crazy amount of snails. I didn't know they were in here. But there's the ice edge over there that goes up that arm of the lake. This is open water out here in front of me. Right here's where I'm gonna fish. Got some new rod holders this year that I'm going to try. It's kind of European style bank sticks. Not as long as the bank sticks that I usually use, but the main reason why I got these is because they're made out of aluminum and they shouldn't rust, where these that I've been using for a long time, I got to replace these about every year because they're made out of some kind of steel, and they rust if you get them wet. You got to replace them about every year. It's pretty cheap, but yeah, let's see how these work out. Pretty nifty. And I suppose the ground is, yeah, the ground's too frozen for these bank sticks. That's not gonna work. Good enough. That'll work. So the hook baits for today are going to be banana feed corn. Got a little bit of this left from last year. It's been in the fridge all winter, and they're just fine. Strong smell of banana. This, if you make your feed corn with these grocery store flavorings, you know, one of the main ingredients in those flavorings is alcohol. So if you keep them in the fridge, I mean, that was shoot, that was at least 4 months ago when I made these, and they're just fine. Strong banana smell. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, the target species for today is grass carp, and the main reason for that is it's just I know that that's what's in here. I really have my doubts if there are any common carp in this lake. I just don't think there are. I haven't fished it a lot, so I don't really know that for sure. But I've never seen any evidence of common carp in this lake. But we got big grass carp in here, and by big grass carp, I'm talking 50 plus pounds. I think I've seen fish that are easily that big. My personal best grass carp is 38 pounds. So catching a 50 pounder, catching a 50 pounder would be nice. Okay, here it is. That's what's going to catch me a fish today, if there is a fish to be caught. It's just a 99% rig, banana feed corn, real simple oats and corn pack bait. If you want to see detailed talk about this rig, find the video on my channel called 99% rig. That'll be a good one if you're interested in learning about that. Let's get this out there. All right, first cast of the 2022 season. And the bait did not fly off on the cast. That is a good thing. Looks like I still remember how to cast a bait out. Cast number 2, going straight out. Perfect. Not very far off the bank here, probably 30-40 yards maybe. Not putting it out in the middle. Out in the middle of this little arm of the lake here, I think it's probably only about 5 feet deep, and it gets shallower the closer you get to the bank. I'm guessing where I put my bait, it's probably about 3 feet of water. And that's what I want. It's a sunny day. Even though it's pretty cold, the temps are only in the 50s. But that sun should be warming up that shallow water, hopefully. Third rod's going down here to my left. And a fair warning to you, there's a good chance I'm going to publish this video regardless if I catch a fish or not today, because I think there's some value in it about fishing in a half iced over lake in the region like this. So don't get all mad at me if there's no fish in this video. All right, just chill, there will be fish, just maybe not today. We'll see. Maybe I'll catch a new
PB 60-pound grass carp. There's a lot of possibilities. So it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. It's supposed to get up to the upper 50s, maybe low 60s today. I hope you all had a good winter. Mine was, how should I say this? Long. But, you know, it's winter. I'm not a fan of winter. Every winter's long. So while we're waiting for this PB fish to bite, I thought I'd give a little theory about why this is open water. Around here in northwest Iowa, all the lakes and ponds are still iced over 100%. People are still ice fishing in a lot of places. And, I mean, an hour or two north of here, I mean, they got ice over a foot thick still on the lakes. You know, ice fishing is still in full effect there. I think that there might be an underground spring or two that releases water into this arm of the lake, because the other arm of the lake over there is completely iced over, but there's just a trail of open water in this arm of the lake that goes all the way down, almost all the way down to where the dam is. This is a reservoir, but that's my theory. Underground spring releasing water into here. That water's probably, you know, 50 degrees or something like that, whatever the ground temperature is. I'm sure it was frozen over during most of the winter, and we have had, just in the past 5 days or so, unusually warm temps for this time of year. It's March 4th today, I believe. So the past few days we have had temps in the 60s. But yeah, there still shouldn't be big open water like this at most places, but I heard a rumor there was some open water here. Here I am. So here's something I've been thinking about while I'm sitting here waiting for the bite. In the past, with this YouTube channel, I've held on to some videos during the fishing season. I've only published, usually would only publish a video once a week, but I go fishing way more than once a week. So I've got a whole bunch of leftover videos that didn't get published that I kind of divvy out, you know, one a week over the winter months when I'm not even fishing, but I'm still putting videos out. I've done that in the past. This most recent winter, or actually last fishing season, I decided that I was just gonna just put out all the videos as they're made. You know, I put out 2 videos a week most of the summer last summer, and by early November I didn't have any. I was done fishing and I didn't have any more videos to show you. That's it. And then I just didn't make any videos for the winter, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again this season, if I'm just going to publish them all as they're made, or hold some back to save to publish for the winter months. I'd be interested in your opinion, if you got a preference. Would you like to see summertime fishing videos in January? Because that's probably what it's going to be. You know, it's going to be leftover videos that maybe weren't the most exciting, or the ones that I didn't think were the best are probably going to get saved over for winter publishing. Or would you rather I just keep it all chronological and just publish everything, you know, pretty much in the order that it happens, and just, you know, 2 videos a week, lots of videos during the summer, and then nothing through the winter? I don't know. I don't really have a huge preference either way. I'm curious what your thoughts are. If you want to see summer fishing videos during the winter or not, feel free to let me know in the comments. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm kind of leaning towards just publish all the videos as they happen, you know, just kind of, and then just take a break over the winter. Kind of leaning towards doing that again. It was pretty nice to focus my time on other things in the winter, and just really focus on those things, and not and just take a break from the fishing videos. Sometimes a break is a good thing too. So I'm kind of leaning that way, but I don't know. I guess I'm pretty much going to do whatever I want, regardless of what any of you say anyway. So I mean, the amount of snails here is pretty wild. I really didn't know there were that many snails here. This is all snail shells. They're pretty big too. just all different sizes. I don't know what particular kind of snail these are, if they're native or invasive or what. Lots of big ones, lots of tiny ones too. These appear to be different kinds. Of course, they might look differently if they're just juvenile versions. And these brown. There's one in there. Pretty wild how many there are. It just goes forever. This bald eagle just flew and landed on the ice. All the ducks and the geese took off, squawking like crazy. Far away, I can't get a good focus on them. Standing right at the ice edge there. Well, the warmest hours of the day have come and gone, and I'm going to call it for today. I don't think it's worth my time to stay out here any longer. Been here about 3 hours. But, you know, first fishing trip of 2022, just real early in the season. It was kind of a long shot. You know, half the lake's still covered with ice, but it was nice to be out here. You know how the saying goes, you know, a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work. So I agree with that. But I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.